hanging on his head, on his neck, actually pumped out the money for him. He also claimed that the APC National Convention, that he had no money to give to delegates, whereas it is on record and widely confirmed and reported in the media that some serving governors moved millions of dollars, which played critical roles in salvaging, in swinging the delegates to vote for him. Who is fooling who? And when you look at it, that General Buhari has risen from the rank in the military to a full-time general. He was one time head of state of this great country. He was one time chairman of National Petroleum, isn't it? He was one time chairman of Petroleum Fund. Can such a person say he has no money? Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, corruption, please listen to me. Corruption, which is APC's biggest complaint against Dr. Goodluck Jonathan's administration, was also evident when General Buhari was the chairman of NNPC. I am sure you can all remember the $2.8 billion reportedly missing from NNPC account under General Buhari's watch. We can also remember the $25 billion which the Harun Adamu Committee identified as stolen through over-invoicing and project duplication in his audit of the Petroleum Trust Fund, not to talk of the Naira 53 suitcases smuggled into the country under the watch of General Buhari. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I have given thought that anybody who wants to leave this country must be somebody. Please listen to me. Anybody who wants to lead you must be somebody who will always be in firm control of situations. We have all known that when General Buhari was head of state, it was late Tunde Biakon that was running the show. We also know that when General Buhari was NNPC chairman upon his creation in 1977, he was not really the one in control. We also know that when he was at the helm of affairs at the Petroleum Trust Fund, it was his brother-in-law, Namadi Sambo, who ran the organization through his consultancy firm, Afri Protect Consortium. That's another APC. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, for a man such as Buhari, who is hardly ever in control of any situation, if he becomes Mr. President in 2015, with the overbearing influence of his party's national leadership, the real Mr. President in action will come from that national leadership. The fact that General Buhari is hardly in command of any situation is further confirmed in recent times by his surrendering his prerogative of choosing his running mate to Senator Bola Tinubu to serve a personal, selfish, and narrow political and economic interest of just a clique. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this is because General Buhari is so desperate for power and is willing, very willing and ready to sacrifice anything, including the interests of Nigeria, as long as he's Mr. President. This is certainly a very serious Achilles heel for General Buhari. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, General Buhari has not completely purged himself of the military toga. Therefore, I feel he cannot succeed in a democratic setting that Nigeria is practicing. Of equal significance, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, is the fact that General Buhari does not actually believe in democracy. In 1984, when General Buhari was asked, as head of state, when will you return Nigeria to democracy? His answer was, democracy, I don't believe in it. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I think that says it all. My distinguished audience, to achieve greater efficiency and achievements in the performance of his honorable duties and responsibilities, a Nigerian president must be ably supported and assisted by his wife, the First Lady. I have not seen nor heard, and I do not believe General Buhari has any role for women in his administration. When one considers the great significant roles Nigerian women are playing in politics today and their immense contributions in PDP cabinet of Dr. Goodluck Jonathan, and in other areas, I'm happy Senator Itagiwa is here. General Buhari's lack of interest in women empowerment politically is fatal to his presidential ambition. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, having considered the past, the present, and looking into the future, in my opinion, General Buhari's overriding ambition is to rule Nigeria at all costs. Unfortunately, listen to me. Unfortunately, judging from the manifestations as a military head of state, he may have problems aligning with the democratic dispensation. Nigeria today is in a very critical situation. A situation that demands careful considerations leading to sound judgments, rather than draconian and repressive show of force. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is my considered view that President Dr. Goodluck Jonathan is much better placed to hold the rudder of the ship of Nigeria in such a critical time. I thank you all.
Ladies and gentlemen, can we give Professor Dukwa Gusabo a standing ovation, please? Thank you very much, sir. Professor Dukwa Olatubosun's presentation as a guest speaker of today's event. Thank you. Please, let's be comfortably seated. Please, let's take our seats as I invite for a very brief address Senator Florence Itagiwa. Please, let's comfortably take our seats, ladies and gentlemen. Senator Florence Itagiwa, please. Thank you. Senator Florence Itagiwa for a very brief address. Please, can we have some quiet?